So, what do you do for a living, Tom?
I'm a writer. I write.
I love writers. What sort of things do you write?
Well, different things.
Different things. How interesting. What sort of different things?
Have you ever wanted anyone to be your complete slave?
I never thought about it.
Never? You never thought about what it'd be like to have complete control over a man? How exciting it could be to know that he wants to be your slave. That he wants to be completely helpless. And whatever you do, he's gonna find it's only gonna give him pleasure. You never thought of it?
Is that your story?
Well, it's one of my stories. It's one I'm working on.
I get up. My bus picks me up right over here.
Susie, make my fantasy come true, and I'll give you my jag.
I had to admit, the idea was totally intriguing. I'd have power over another human being. I could change his life and make it better. I could help the whole world. I'm sure I could manage Tom's life. Besides, I'd be more objective about the improvements he'd make.
Susie?
Stop or I'll spray.
Susie, I've been trying to reach you for 2 weeks.
Don't move. How did you find my house?
It wasn't easy. Can you give me your phone number? I want to see you again.
For what reason? And stare, I mean it.
I want to have dinner with you.
Don't you know how to eat alone?
I'd rather eat with you.
Too bad. Why aren't you tied up or something?
Because I love you.
Oh God, I'm sorry.
What the hell was that?
It's Banaka. It won't hurt you. It's good for your breath. Oh, God. How can you say you love me? I haven't tied you up or beaten you or anything.
I don't have any answers. All I have are the feelings.
What feelings?
Confusion, headache. I can't sleep. All I can think of is you.
I can't make your fantasy come true.
Forget about my fantasy. I'm talking about reality. I love you.
You're very bizarre.
Being in love is not bizarre.
Does this mean you're withdrawing your offer?
Look, Susie, can't we just forget about this stuff? It was a fantasy. All I'd like now is just a normal date.
How can I have a normal date with an abnormal person?
Why do you think I'm abnormal?
You're a pervert. I can't have a normal date with a pervert.
Having fantasies is not being a pervert. Haven't you ever had fantasies?
Until I met you.
Susie, I love you.
Look, I'll think about it.
Think about this.
God, Susie, did you hear what he just said? He loves you. He's not just a pervert, he's an absolute lunatic.
Hello?
Ready for an obscene phone call?
Susie, why didn't you return my phone calls?
Tom, what do you think is happening at this very moment?
It's been 2 weeks already. Did your mother give you my messages?
Everyone. I've been very busy, Tom.
It's doing what?
I've been thinking.
Thinking about what?
I've been thinking about us. Are you still interested in seeing me?
Okay, Susie, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. Am I gonna see you again or what?
Actually, I called because I'd like you to meet someone. Who? My grandpa.
Oh, Susie, why the hell would I want to meet your grandpa?
Well, He's dying to meet you.
Susie, really?
I really couldn't blame Tom for being nervous. In fact, I think I was more nervous than he was. But after all, we really didn't know what to expect.
Very classy. Am I dressed okay?
Oh, he won't mind. Believe me.
Susie, we're not late. In fact, we're early. See, don't be so nervous, okay?
I'm sorry. My grandpa always makes me nervous. You never know what he's going to pick on.
Oh, great.
But I know he'll love you.
Yeah, he'll love me, huh? Sure it's dark in here. You sure he's here?
Yeah, he's out on the veranda.
On the veranda.
God, Tom,
What?
we forgot.
Forgot what?
To bring him anything.
Well, I wanted to stop at the store and get cigarettes, but you thought we'd be late.
Tom, I know it's not the nicest thing in the world to do, but would you go down to the wine cellar and pick out a bottle
No.
of wine? And I'll go to the kitchen and get a bag, and we'll just give it to him. He won't know the
No,
difference.
I don't want to do that.
Tom, believe me, if we go onto that veranda empty-handed without bringing him anything, he's gonna think you're some kind of barbarian.
Oh, he's sounding nicer and nicer, Susie.
He is nice. It's just these little things. Now,
Little things,
now
huh?
come on, just the wine cellar's right down here. Just pick out a bottle of some kitchen, and I'll meet you back
I
here.
don't know if I want to do that.
It's okay. One. Three. Sorry, Tom.
What is this? Susie, what is this?
I'm sorry, you're locked in.
What do you mean I'm locked in? Unlock it!
I don't have a key here.
Well, then go upstairs and ask Grandpa for the key.
Tom, I don't know how to tell you this,
Hmm?
but my grandpa is away in Europe.
Oh, then we weren't invited for lunch?
Yeah, we were last week. I forgot to mention it.
Susie, what? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this to me? Come on, unlock it!
I have no idea, but I wouldn't do it just for anyone.
Well, you don't have to do this for me.
I'm sorry.
Just unlock it
I
and...
can't do that, Tom. I made a commitment to myself, and I have to see it through to the bitter end. And I can no longer listen to what you have to say. You're my prisoner, and you're going to become my slave.
Susie, come on, quit this nuttiness. Come on, we love each other. Susie! 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 Susie!
I can't believe it. I did it. He's my prisoner.
Hey, Susie! Susie! I won't love you anymore!
There's no turning back now. All I have to do is figure out what to do with him. I guess I really believe that Tom and I would love each other like normal people once I helped him get a sick fantasy out of his mind. The situation with Tom was becoming too much for me to handle alone. I needed professional help. Hello? Hello?
Oh, come on in.
Soon realized why she was considered the best. She really seemed to listen and to care and to understand. Once I started talking about Tom and myself, I couldn't stop. And soon she knew our whole sordid adventure.
Okay, let's cut this crap, because your half an hour is almost over. You want to know the solution to your problem?
Yeah.
You got to whip him.
Tom, you schmuck, the things I do for you.
Your boyfriend needs something you're not giving it to him. If he doesn't get it from you, he'll be miserable until he does. Send me a guy if you can't handle him.
I really wonder if you realize what you're getting us into. I think, out of the goodness of my heart, I'm gonna let you sleep for the night. Tomorrow will begin your education as my slave. I made all the decisions for him. I told him what to read, decided what he could eat or drink, how many puffs he could have on a cigarette, and even when he could go to the bathroom. If I decided to summon him upstairs, he knew without my even saying that the handcuffs and leg irons were the required wearing apparel.
Thank you, Master. What a great idea.
Actually, they were a great idea. At the end of the second week, I decided to celebrate by allowing Tom the rare privilege of having dinner in the upstairs dining room.
Permission to speak.
Of course.
When the hell am I getting out of here? I mean, you can't keep me in forever.
I thought you were enjoying it.
Susie, enough is enough. I got business I gotta attend to.
Business.
Yes.
Just a few weeks ago, you were threatening to end it all or whatever.
That was a few weeks ago.
You mean you'd rather not be here with me?
I would rather be doing what I have to do. I mean, it's been fun. It's been interesting. But...
You're bored, aren't you?
Being a slave is boring.
You don't love me anymore, do you, Tom?
I don't love you anymore. This isn't the time or the place to ask those kind of questions. I mean, after I'm out and things get back to normal, we're gonna have a few drinks, some laughs. But in the meantime, I gotta go.
I'll have to think about
No,
it, Tom.
no, think about this. I'm gonna go. No, Lucky. Like me.
No.
I'm leaving anyway.
You can't do this,
Hey,
Tom.
just get out of my way, because I'm leaving.
No, you can't do this. You can't just go. You better stop, or I'm gonna call Maxwell.
Who the hell is Maxwell?
Just don't make me call him. If I do, you won't like it.
You're gonna have to kill me if you want to try to stop me.
No, I can't let you go out there, Tom. Don't you know it's gonna storm?
Unlock this door, or I'm gonna break it down. Yeah.
You're gonna have to fix those, Tom. I'm gonna send you the bill. All right, you forced me to do it. I'm gonna call Maxwell. I'll always remember you. Well, I hope you're happy. I just buried Maxwell in the garden.
It wasn't my fault.
Whose fault is it? I loved Maxwell. Do you know what that means? I mean, every time I came to this house since I was 15, he was the only one who made me feel welcome. He was just a little puppy, and he'd lick my hand.
Look, Susie, he was an old dog. It wasn't my fault he died of a heart attack. I almost died of one myself. You shouldn't have sent him after me.
Are you blaming me for Maxwell's death? Gosh, you really are perverted, aren't you?
Why don't you just let me go?
You want to know why?
Yes.
Okay, I'll tell you. Because I love you.
Oh, no.
Oh, no? What does that mean, oh, no? When you said you love me, did I say, oh, no? Oh, no, I said, oh, yes.
Susie, you never said, oh, yes.
Well, if I didn't say, oh, yes, even though I may not have used those words, what do you think you're doing here?
I'm trying to get out, remember?
Because you're through with me. You've had your fill. Oh, I should have listened to my mother. Men are all alike just after one thing. Which you haven't even tried to get. Boy, you are perverted, aren't you?
Susie.
Why didn't I ever see it?
Susie, look, I care about you a lot. I mean, really, why don't you just let me go? And don't say you'll think about it. I'll never get out of here. Would you just let me go?
Have you been taking your vitamins?
Oh, jeez.
I'm sorry, Tom. I can't let you go right now. I made a commitment to myself as well as to you, and if I let you go now, it just means that I failed. And it just becomes another thing that I walked away from when things started getting unpleasant.
Susie, why don't you let me go? I mean, what are you trying to do here?
Make you happy, I suppose. The next day, after a good night's sleep and some time to think, I finally came to a conclusion.
Susie, I'm not enjoying this one bit. I mean, you leave me in here all day, no word, no food. I mean, you took 100 previous pictures like this.
I found out what it's gonna take to make you happy, Tom.
What?
It's this. Take it. These are for your handcuffs. This is for your car. It's parked up front. Your clothes are on the bed in the upstairs room. If you want to shower and change before you go, you can. Goodbye, Tom. I'm sorry I wasn't bad enough for you. Hey. Do you hate me? You don't have to answer that. Just nod. Do you love me? Well, then, can we at least still be friends? I could use a lift into town. If you promise not to talk to me.
Permission to speak.
Sure.
I've been thinking. We can still be friends.
Okay. Tom, what is this? What does this mean?
Your place or mine?
Well, we can't go to my place with handcuffs on. My mother wouldn't understand. You know, I've been thinking.
What's that?
The purest form of bondage is love.
Well, it sure the hell isn't sanity.
You go.